Coronation Street's darkest secret yet, Megan Walsh's sinister past threatened by a haunting new arrival, Will may not be the first teenager she has groomed. Coronation Street is preparing to plunge viewers into one of its most unsettling storylines in years, as Megan Walsh's carefully concealed secret is dragged into the harsh light of day. Next week, a seemingly innocent encounter on the cobbles threatens to unravel everything Megan has worked so hard to hide, and raises chilling questions about just how far her disturbing pattern of behavior may stretch. What begins as an ordinary night out at the Rovers soon spirals into something far more sinister, when Will Driscoll crosses paths with another young athlete named Lee. Friendly, charismatic and seemingly unremarkable, Lee quickly earns Will's trust, who casually invites him back to the pub, unaware that this chance meeting may be the catalyst for Megan's ultimate downfall. Because Lee, it soon becomes clear, isn't just another face in Weatherfield. He shares a history with Megan Walsh, one that she is desperate to keep buried. A secret built on manipulation. At the heart of this storyline lies a deeply disturbing truth. Megan's relationship with Will is not the spontaneous, forbidden romance she has encouraged him to believe it is. Instead, it is the result of calculated grooming, emotional manipulation, and a dangerous abuse of power. Will genuinely believes Megan is breaking the law because she loves him, a Corrie insider reveals. She's groomed him into thinking their relationship is worth her risking everything, her job, her reputation, even prison. In his mind, that sacrifice proves her feelings are real. But the reality is far darker. And now, with Lee's sudden arrival, viewers are forced to confront a horrifying possibility. Will may not be Megan's first victim. The implication is chilling. Has Megan done this before? Has she perfected this manipulation over time, targeting vulnerable teenagers and bending them to her will? As the pieces begin to fall into place, the story transforms from a shocking affair into something far more troubling, a pattern of predatory behavior that threatens to shatter multiple lives. Will's growing unease. Ironically, Lee's arrival comes at a moment when Will is already spiraling emotionally. Increasingly insecure, he senses that Megan's attention is slipping away. Her affection, once intense and reassuring, now feels distant and erratic. When Will discovers that Megan is planning to disappear for a while, deliberately vague about her reasons, alarm bells start ringing. Is she ill? Is she hiding something? Or worse, is she preparing to abandon him? Desperate for reassurance, Will confronts her, questioning whether she's unwell and pressing for answers. The tension escalates when the pair find themselves dangerously close to being discovered together at the hospital, a near miss that underscores just how precarious their secret relationship has become. For Will, the risk only deepens his emotional dependence. Each close call reinforces his belief that their love is forbidden but genuine. For Megan, however, the pressure is mounting, and cracks are beginning to show. Jealousy and a dangerous rival. As if Will's fears weren't already consuming him, his jealousy flares when he notices Megan growing closer to Daniel Osborne. The bond between Megan and Daniel appears to be strengthening, and from Will's perspective, it feels like a betrayal. Megan attempts to placate him, promising she'll call things off with Daniel. But she underestimates the consequences of her tangled web of lies. Oblivious to Megan's secret life, Daniel confides that he has developed strong feelings for her. In a cruel twist of irony, he encourages Megan to report Will's behavior to the school's head, framing the teenager as a troubled pupil whose harassment is becoming a serious concern. The suggestion is deeply unsettling. Megan, who is actively exploiting Will, is now being handed a potential weapon to silence him completely. For viewers, the tension is excruciating. Will is trapped, emotionally isolated and increasingly paranoid, while Megan continues to play both sides, manipulating narratives to protect herself. The arrival that changes everything. Just when Megan believes she has enough control over the situation, her world is shaken by a single, unexpected arrival. Runner Lee walks into the Rovers after making a secret phone call to Megan. The moment she sees him, panic flashes across her face. Gone is her composed exterior. In its place is raw fear. Alarmed, Meghan corners Lee in the ginel, away from prying eyes. The urgency of her reaction speaks volumes. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a harmless reunion. Lee knows something. But what, exactly, is their connection? Is Lee another teenager Meghan groomed in the past? Another young person whose life she manipulated before moving on? Or does he represent an even darker chapter in her history? The show carefully withholds answers, allowing dread to build. Every look, every clipped exchange between them suggests a shared secret neither wants exposed. The phone call that started it all. Astute viewers will recall that Lee's arrival was subtly foreshadowed earlier in the week. In Monday's episode, the 12th of January, Meghan appeared visibly shaken after receiving a phone call from an unknown number, a moment that now takes on chilling significance. Preparing for what should have been a cozy night in with Daniel, Meghan's mood shifted instantly when her phone rang. "I thought I told you not to call me again," she snapped at the caller, her voice trembling with barely concealed panic. "Of course I meant it. Please, will you just let it go?" When the caller persisted, Meghan's response grew sharper and more revealing. "No, that wouldn't be a good idea for either of us," she warned. "You just leave me alone, okay?" At the time, viewers were left speculating. Was this an ex-lover? A blackmailer? Someone threatening to expose her affair with Will? Now, with Lee's arrival, those questions take on a far more sinister edge. A pattern emerging. What makes this storyline particularly disturbing is the suggestion that Meghan's behavior isn't impulsive, it's habitual. The possibility that Will isn't her first victim reframes everything viewers thought they knew. Meghan's charm, her apparent vulnerability, even her moments of panic now read as part of a long-established cycle. Corrie bosses have hinted that this is only the beginning. In the coming weeks, Meghan's manipulation will escalate further, including her shocking attempts to control Sam Blakeman when he edges dangerously close to uncovering the truth. Each interaction tightens the noose, drawing more innocent characters into her orbit and raising the stakes dramatically. A storyline handled with care. Coronation Street has confirmed that Meghan and Will's grooming storyline has been developed in close consultation with Bernardo's, ensuring that the subject matter is treated with the seriousness and sensitivity it demands. The show aims not only to shock but to educate, highlighting the warning signs of grooming, the psychological impact on victims, and the complex dynamics that allow abuse to remain hidden in plain sight. Support and information are available through Bernardo's for viewers who may be affected by the themes explored in this storyline. What happens next? As Lee's presence on the cobbles grows harder for Meghan to control, the question remains, how long can she keep her secret buried? Will's jealousy is spiraling. Daniel is unknowingly being weaponized. And Lee, with his quiet intensity, may be the one person capable of bringing everything crashing down. One thing is certain, Meghan Walsh's grip on her double life is loosening, and when the truth finally emerges, the fallout will be devastating.